Hi folks, this is Tiller Ranch. Welcome back. This is the 5th week since we got the piglets. Before I turn on the video, one of the pigs tested the wire again, and so I thought they're trained, but it seems like they'd been testing this wire quite often, and so I'm kind of like hesitant now to take them to the hills yet until they're fully trained. But here they are. They're waiting for me, waiting for their food. But they have been very friendly so far. As you can see, they're following me. They're next to my feet. Here's what they have done to the soil now. As you can see, I like the way how they've been tilling the soil, because this is clay, and it seems like they're like kind of munching and stuff, and so it becomes finer. And there's the fawn there. We had quite a few rain here this week, and so everything is wet. But they have dug through or tilled this half an acre, almost all of it. I would say almost 80%. But it's quite interesting because they've been following me, as you can see. Here are the red wattle. You know, I don't spend a lot of time on this pig, but as you can see, they're very friendly. And some are drinking over at the pond, and I have my duck there. So some of this water that is accumulating here on the soil, it's getting trapped slowly, and then it's going through the pond slowly as well. As you can see. So these pigs are like eating the roots and the little grass that they turn over. Maybe this one is a good example, but I've seen them tilling the soil and eating the roots, and then eating the grass, just like what they're doing there. So they're eating those little grass. There's a pig drinking there. So they're kind of self-sufficient in a way for all the extra food that they get from this land. I believe I gave them 360 pounds of feed for 14 days. And so when it's gone, it's gone. So they have to dig through here and find their own food. And initially I was concerned whether they're gonna lose their body condition, but it seems like they're maintaining their body condition pretty well with 2 pounds of feeds per day. I have another pond here on the top. As you can see, I've been, when I build a pond, I don't use culvert. I just use virgin ground, and I just let it, flow through the side because it's a lot more efficient than having a culvert, unless you're gonna have a long culvert and dig it through underneath and then have it curve. But culvert is too expensive. You would save a lot of money if you just have, angle your bank and then use the virgin soil to flow your water, as you can see. And that's what I've done also over there, as I mentioned from the previous video. But the pigs had been very healthy. But I feel like, they're pretty expensive to feed if you look at it, because I don't feed any of my cow or my sheep every week or for 2 weeks. But you feed your pigs with feeds to maintain their body weight, especially in the winter. I have yet to see how will they do on just grass alone, but as you can see, they're just tilling the soil and eating some of those roots. I know I have some worms here, but I haven't seen them eating any worms. But all I can see is that they've been eating some of the roots and then some of the grass that they've been tilling. They kind of chew and then they just get it out. It seems like they're just eating the fluids of it. But I really like these pigs. They're very docile in a way. And as you can see, I don't spend a lot of time on these pigs, but once they know you, they seem to be friendly. Especially the red wattle. The Tamworth cross, they're a little bit sketchy. One of them or two, but they're getting friendlier. As time passed by. But as you can see, they're digging through the soil, just following me and looking for food. I closed their feeds right now on the trailer, and so I'm sure they'll be happy once I opened it. But yeah, they're quite nice. Like I said, I have a little bit of concern putting them there next week, especially when we have a windstorm that came by this week, and it blew most of the trees that we have, and it messed up some of our shelters. But I'm concerned that if I put them there and then all those trees would fall, because the windstorm hasn't or it's not over yet based on the news that I've seen. And if I put them there, I might lose them because all the falling leaves onto those wires. So I'm still thinking about it, but the plan is put them there to see if they can improve the soil. But my thought here now is I have another pasture where the chickens are right on those oaks, white oaks, and so they would love that pretty much too, because there's a lot of acorns still there. And so we will see next week. But I like what they're doing to the soil, and hopefully they would have much improvement once I spread some seeds. The ducks also benefiting on the soil because it's a lot softer, and they can nitpick on what the pigs are doing. As you can see, my dogs are following the pigs. So it's kind of quite beneficial, and um, they're quite happy following the pigs around when they're digging the soil. But yeah, I don't think they're fully trained yet on the wire, because I know they've been testing it, and so my concern is if I put them down there or up there, and if they find out that the wire is not hot, and I'm sure they would cross the line and I would lose them because I'm surrounded by BLM land. I guess they would like that, but I'm not sure if they would come back. But yeah. So this is the 5th week. As you can see, I limited their feed supply to 2 pounds per day. They're maintaining their weight. And they're growing pretty quickly, as you can see, especially the red wattle. Well, they're a little bit older by a month. The red wattle were born August 30. The Tamworth cross with mangalitsa were born October 6. I mean, the difference is not much, but I mean, you can still see the differences, you know, from the red wattle. The red wattle are more chunky. But some are catching up. It would be nice if I don't have to feed them feeds every week or every day, and see what they would do. And just like, you know, just get their food from the pasture itself. But I guess it's a wishful thinking for me. Maybe I'll do that later on and see what they would do. But for now, you know, since I just started it, I don't want them to be scrawny or skinny pigs, and I would lose the opportunity to breed them this coming May or June. Well, folks, that's the update. I'll try to give you an update next week. Hopefully I would have a lot of time next week. But as you can see, they're doing pretty good for having this pigs for what, 5th week now. Well, until then, okay, bye.